First of all, how long were you with 60 Minutes?
Just short of 6 years.
And when you were with 60 Minutes, you were a regular person?
I was a staff producer. That is, I was working for CBS. I had just renewed another 6-year contract.
And you were a producer of the regular Sunday night shows,
yes,
correct?
I was. I wasn't just
segments.
a freelancer. I didn't come in just to do one story. I worked for 60 Minutes.
You worked for it, and you
were... It's
were...
considered one of the best jobs in the business.
Correct. And you were, and you have under your belt the production of a significant number of segments that 60 Minutes has aired. Is that not true?
I do, and I have an Emmy, and I also have a gold medal for Best Documentary at the International Film Festival in New York.
Now, at some time, you began this story as a regular 60 Minutes project with enthusiasm and excitement, I take it.
I did. I have to admit, I'm somewhat ashamed of my views at the time because I had no question, for example, that Garwood was a traitor, is how I thought of him, and I initially really wanted to look at that.
So you began really where a lot of Americans begin with this, which is sort of doubting and questioning. And
I did. I thought that Garwood was really making up the prisoner issue, and I had been aware of the Bogreitz things, and I thought they were hoaxes, and I really did believe that. I mean, I leaned in that direction. I wanted to be objective, and I think ultimately I became objective.
And in the course of your investigation, you began to experience, didn't you, things that were different from anything you've experienced in any story you've done?
That's true. I didn't think I was naive, but I really believed that no agency of the government would try to interfere with a program like 60 Minutes.
Now, was the interference because they felt I mean, maybe you can't even answer this, but was it because you sensed that they just didn't agree with what you were saying, or you were going off on a slant that was wild, or was it because you were doing this at all or getting into this? I mean, can you even tell the difference?
They just didn't want the program done. The reasons initially were that all of the people, and Colonel Childress seemed to know who I had spoken to, that all of the people I had dealt with were crazy, gold smugglers, senile, et cetera, et cetera. And when he saw that I persisted, he then verified that there were prisoners, at least in his mind.
I want you to describe the conversation that you had with Colonel Childress, because this is a conversation you personally had.
This is a conversation that I personally had. It was, however, witnessed by other people in my office.
And Colonel Childress, was this the telephone conversation?
Yes, it is.
And why don't you describe to the committee what happened?
Well, when I did not respond properly by agreeing to not go ahead with the program, he tried another tack, and that was to tell me that if I persisted in doing the story, I could endanger the lives of prisoners who were still over there.
And that's what he said to you on the telephone?
That's what he said to me on the telephone.
No question in your mind whatsoever?
There is no question in my mind whatsoever.